what's up, everybody? This is another episode of Sports-REUBEN-LIFE, and I'm coming right at you here. Now, I want to talk about, this is Super Bowl week. Basically, the next 2 weeks are all about the Super Bowl. This weekend, you have the Pro Bowl, which I'm not saying it's a horrible event. I'm just saying that maybe it's a little outdated. They need to do something different with this whole thing. Maybe they shouldn't even play a game and then just do like physical challenges of, who can catch the most passes in a row, who can throw the farthest, so forth and so on. I think the idea of us playing an NFL Pro Bowl game is kind of outdated, right? There's too much at stake, injuries, so forth and so on. I don't know if it's worth it. However, the reason why I'm making this whole video is because of the fact that I want to talk about this interesting thing that we're going to be seeing in this year's Super Bowl, right? We're going to be seeing two budding superstars, right? Quarterbacks, right? You have Jimmy Garoppolo of the San Francisco 49ers. Now, he ultimately got drafted by the New England Patriots, and he was going to be the heir apparent to Tom Brady and the New England Patriots, right? Bill Belichick liked the kid. He fits the bill. He seems like he has a lot of ability. He gets traded because Tom Brady wants to extend his career. Now, they do win another Super Bowl, and the Patriots do, as a result of them trading Jimmy Garoppolo to the San Francisco 49ers. So he was kind of responsible for that in a way, right? And then you have this idea that he came to San Francisco. They end up giving him a ton of money. He got hurt, but this year he kind of realized his potential, right? They had a 13-3 record. They did a tremendous job on winning the toughest division in the NFL. I repeat, the toughest division in the NFL. The former Super Bowl participants, the Los Angeles Rams, are in the same division. The Seattle Seahawks, all those teams play very good. I think it's a very interesting dynamic of Jimmy Garoppolo went in there, played in the toughest division, and won the division, home field advantage throughout the playoffs, and now they're advancing to the Super Bowl. The San Francisco 49ers have a young quarterback who's getting paid a boatload of money, and I think it's a very interesting show of the next series of superstars in the NFL to carry the torch, to keep the popularity alive, right? Then his counterpart, right, is somebody that is equally young and amazing. Now, this guy doesn't have a giant contract, but I would suspect that he's going to get paid oodles and oodles of money, right? And Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes had like this ridiculous freshman year. It was kind of his sophomore year, but he didn't really play his first year. But this is his third year, but really his second full season in the NFL. So I want to say it's his sophomore year. Now, he had a little bit of sophomore woes. They kind of figure you out. They kind of, NFL defensive coordinators are very good at picking apart what you can and can't do. Now, one of the things that's interesting about Patrick Mahomes is that his first year as a starter, he had 50 touchdowns, dude. He's starting to be compared statistically to people like Dan Marino, who had a Hall of Fame career. Now, however, Dan Marino never won a Super Bowl, so that's the thing about these super high potent quarterbacks, these high scoring quarterbacks, these prolific quarterbacks, and you have somebody like Drew Brees that pretty much has every passing record now. You can draw parallels to both of them, right? But Patrick Mahomes and Jimmy Garoppolo are going to be in this year's Super Bowl. Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. It's going to be a tremendous game, very interesting, but more importantly, this is going to mark the game where the new breed is going to start surfacing, right? Where you don't have any old-timer quarterbacks in this game. These are fresh, young quarterbacks. Jimmy Garoppolo made a ton of money. Patrick Mahomes is going to get paid. If he wins a Super Bowl this year, then, it's just off to the races for him. You got Andy Reid at the helm over there. You got San Francisco and David Lynch as the executive over there. He put this team together. They did really well. Both these teams are ran very well. You're not going to see a ton of mistakes from these teams, right? So one of the things that's interesting about this Patrick Mahomes, Jimmy Garoppolo, is the parallels, is the fact that these guys initially weren't looked at too highly, right? Now, Jimmy Garoppolo was, but he ended up essentially being traded, right? He was supposed to take over the New England Patriots, and now that it comes out that he's in the Super Bowl, it seems like he would have been a very capable heir apparent to Bill Belichick's New England Patriots, right? So there was kind of the loss there. In retrospect, everybody says they should never have traded Jimmy Garoppolo from the New England Patriots to the San Francisco 49ers, but you cannot predict that. You can't anticipate that this guy was going to not only do well, but in his first year he got hurt. So it's like for a long time, a lot of the talk was the fact that he wasn't going to be able to produce, that he was a bust, that they gave him all this money for no reason. But everybody saw this guy's potential, and he's realizing his potential. He's executing on what people think that he can do, and they're giving him they're putting him in a winning position he made it to the Super Bowl. Then you have Patrick Mahomes is the same way, right? The year that he threw for 5,000 yards, he had a tremendous running back, and there was that situation, and he could have possibly went to 2 straight Super Bowls if his running back wouldn't have been gone, right? They had a very high potent and high scoring offense. A very capable young quarterback had a very capable and tremendous and powerful running back. When you put those two things together, and you have a situation where their offensive coordinator is dialed into what he can do. Now, Patrick Mahomes and both Jimmy Garoppolo have a little bit of running in them, right? They are athletic and they can run the ball and they can escape now and then. Obviously, because of their youth, they're a little bit more durable, but obviously these are primarily passing quarterbacks. They're very good at picking apart defenses, so you better be very capable. Kansas City's defense is good. I don't know if it's going to be enough to stop Jimmy Garoppolo and company, right? They have a very well-oiled team, right? Their running back. Now, Jimmy Garoppolo in the NFC Championship didn't even pass for more than 100 yards. Their running back just basically obliterated their opponent's defense, right? He ran for over 220 yards. He just went crazy with it. So you have that balanced attack, right? But don't forget that Jimmy Garoppolo does have the ability to go off and he has the ability to do great things. So you have that, right? Then you have Patrick Mahomes, who has been playing like the Patrick Mahomes of 2 years ago. This guy can easily pass for 5 touchdowns. He can throw 5 darts and you could be down 35-0 in no time. That's the problem with these guys. If one of these guys starts going off, it's going to be very difficult for you to stop the bleeding and to be able to catch up. That's the thing about this NFL Super Bowl. It's going to be a very tight game, but if it gets out of control, it's going to get really out of control. So I really like what I'm seeing here. The NFL is passing the torch to the new breed, and that's the whole theme of this video here. It's the new breed, the new quarterbacks, the new guys that are going to take over the NFL and carry on the tradition. Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Philip Rogers, Eli Manning. There's a bunch of veteran quarterbacks that have between 12 and 15 and some 20 years in the NFL. They're not in the Super Bowl this year. So that's a very interesting dynamic to what we're going to see here. We could see one of the 2 quarterbacks maybe crack under the pressure. I hope that doesn't happen. I would like to see both of them play very consistent, and it's going to solidify that the NFL it has a future, and the popularity is going to remain the same with these 2 amazing quarterbacks. You guys like this video? Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell me what you guys think. Bye.